Hi guys, this is Haneikah and I will be your organic chemistry teacher. So first, let us define what is organic chem. So organic chem is the study of structure, properties, composition, reaction, and preparation of carbon-containing compounds. It does not only include hydrocarbons, but also compounds with any number of other elements that has a combination of at least one carbon and one hydrogen bond. So that organic chemistry has functional groups, and according to my notes, a functional group is a group of atoms that characterize the structure or a family of organic compounds. It means this is the combination of the overall composition of that hydrogen and carbon compound. Functional groups determine many properties of organic compound. Some of the examples of these functional groups are the alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, alcohol, aldehyde, and ketone. But for today, I will be teaching you what is alcohol, aldehyde, and ketone for, and how to name them. So first, let us talk about alcohol. So what is alcohol for? Sometimes alcohol is used as an antiseptic, sometimes it is used as a cleaning agent. Most of the time it is used as a disinfectant like what we use in our daily lives today because of this new normal. So alcohol has this hierarchy in namings, but we'll explain that later. First, alcohols are named by replacing the suffix "ane" with "anol". So ane is just like the alkane group, which carbons are connected to any other carbons around them. But in alcohol, in a carbon chain, there is OH at the very end. In identifying an alcohol chain, the OH or the alcohol is connected to the carbon group. Let's take this as an example. So this is a functional group of alcohol and there is OH as we can see in here. So the OH there will be the basis of our numbering. Since the alcohol is nearest on this side, we will start numbering by this. As we can see in here, we have 4 carbons, so this is basically a butane. But because it's an alcohol, we should use the ANOL prefix. Since the alcohol is on the second carbon, we have to name the location to buta for the butane and nol for the alcohol. So this functional group is called 2-butanol. So now let us talk about what is aldehyde. So aldehyde is used for tanning, preserving, and embalming. Yes, you heard it right, embalming. It is used to preserve a dead person's body so that it won't smell and it won't have any bacterial infections in it. Because aldehyde is sometimes used as germicide, fungicide, and insecticide. So in naming aldehyde, we have to take note that alcohol has OH and aldehyde has double bond O. In naming aldehyde, if the alkane has a prefix ANE, aldehyde has a prefix ANAL. So considering the position of the double bond O, we will be able to know which is the aldehyde if it is on the very end of every carbon chain. That is aldehyde. If it is on every part of the chain but not on the end of the chain, that is ketone, which we are about to tackle later. So in naming aldehyde, we don't have to consider the location of the double bond O, since it's always on the end of the bond. So in naming this chain, we just have to consider where the double bond O starts. And take note that the double bond O is not a main chain but is a branch. So we will start at the right side to the left side. And we can see in here that we have a double bond on number 3. And this is a 5-chain bond. So we have pentane. But since it has a double bond, we have to consider the pentene and then the prefix for aldehyde, which is ANAL. So we have 3-pentanol. Next is ketone. So what is ketone used for? So ketone can be seen in your home. Yes, literally in your home. Inside that nail polish box, you have acetone, and that is one example of ketone. So it uses for the erase your nail polishes. Of course, ketone does not only have acetone as an example. Ketone is also widely heard in the diets. So benefits of ketones are like fat loss, mental clarity, and high energy. That is the three most benefits of ketones. That is why ketogenic diet is highly prescribed by doctors to persons or people who are obese and has diabetes.
Do you remember the ketone example that we had in our last discussion? We are going to discuss that today. Since ketones also have a double bond O, we just have to consider that it is found in any other places but not on the end of the chain. Its prefix is ONE or 1. So let's try and name this functional group. Since the double bond O is nearest to the right, we should start to the right in numbering. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 carbon chains. This time, we have to consider the position of the double bond O, so it is positioned in number 3. But note that we have a methyl at number 5, so we will have to name that location first. So 5-methyl, and we have 6 carbons, so we have the hexane. And we can write the position of the double bond O after the hex, Sa, plus 3, ONE. So let us review. Alcohol has OH and has the prefix ANOL. Next is the aldehyde. It has a prefix ANAL, and the double bond O is always at the end of every chain. Next is ketone. So like the aldehyde, it's also a double bond O, but the double bond O can be seen anywhere and has a prefix ONE. Now let's challenge your understanding. Compare and see whether you can identify which is the alcohol, the aldehyde, and the ketone.